Hello, fellow freelancers. So today I wanted to take a minute to talk about Google Docs. And this is a follow-up to my previous email where I was talking about optical character recognition, or OCR, and how to read scanned images, JPEGs, photos, or PDFs, and how to try to get text out of them if they're just an image. And several people mentioned Google Docs and how Google Docs can do it. And so I thought I should at least discuss it here, and I'll show you an example of how it's done and how it comes out using the same file from before. First of all, to add a file there, just briefly, the way you do it, at least the way that I know to do it, maybe there's a different way, is you add it to your Google Drive. So you just do here, file upload, and then you pick the file. This is the same picture from before, and you upload it. And then it should be uploaded. Here, let's reload this. And then with any luck, it'll be here. And then what you do is once it's up, you open it. There we go. You open it with Google Docs, I think. There we go, Google Docs. Now, just briefly before we get into this, a reason I don't like using Google Docs is you have to assume anytime you put any text in Google Docs, and this is the same with Google Translator, and I've talked about this before, you have to assume that it becomes public domain. So you should absolutely not be doing this if you have a legal contract, if you have medical records, if you have school records, if you have any sort of financial records, anything that should probably be kept out of the public view, anything that should be kept private, you should probably not be running through this, because what it does is it takes this image and automatically scans and gets the text out of it. So as you can see, this is all text from this image. Now, that's why I have this big caveat, because it automatically, now Google changes its policies all the time, and you can go under policies.google.com, I think. But by and large, Google is always trying to learn, is trying to analyze, trying to, get its algorithms right, et cetera, et cetera. And so anytime you put any text into anything that's Google, from Google Translate to here, Google Docs or anything like that, just assume that it's out there somewhere. It'll probably be anonymous, but that's not necessarily the case. I know for Google Translate, for example, you can find out when it was uploaded and the IP address and everything. I think they've changed the IP address recently, but anyway, just don't assume that it'll always be anonymous. So if you have anything that should be kept private, you should not be using this at all. Now, having said that, this is the scan from the page, and as you can see, it was very simple, and it's free. And by and large, it came out pretty well. I noticed a couple things right away. Yeah, here at the end, it says, such as the world made by man, a world of electricity, VES, nuclear energy and electricity, a world made by man, full stop. Never seemed to do any work. No one yelled at her to get. Radio waves, nuclear energy. I'm pretty sure that's not how the page went. Such as a world made by man, a world of electricity, radio waves, nuclear energy, and electricity, a world made by man. She never seemed to do any work. No one yelled at her to get. And then it goes to the... So, yeah, some things got messed up here. I'm not sure how it was for the rest of the text. I'm not going to go through it all in detail. But so you'll notice there are some mistakes here. By and large, though, it seems to work pretty well. So if it's something that you can then go over and make the corrections yourself, then yeah, absolutely, you can do it. And again, my main reason is not so much that it doesn't work well or it works well or something like that. It's just that anything you put here, sort of, have to assume it just becomes public domain. I don't keep up with all the policies all the time, but I kind of just assume that right off the bat. Yeah, but that's pretty much it. This is just a short video, and I wanted to show you how it worked with this same file so you can compare it to the other two examples that you saw and see how you feel. I still use my paid one because it works well. I think it works better than this, and I don't have to worry about the text ending up somewhere in the public domain, which is a good, yeah, here too, however men can, and then something's missing there, however men can climb buildings. So there are things here and there that you should be correcting, but otherwise, by and large, it seems to work decently. And and so hopefully this will help you in this. And you can see it's also very simple to upload something. Just put in your Google Drive and open it in Google Docs. At least that's how I do it all the time. So yeah, hopefully you found this useful, and you can add this as an addendum to the other video where I talk more in detail about OCR, optical character recognition, and how it works. And otherwise, I will see you next time. Okay, thanks. Bye. Sabido.